LeBron. What'd you see on the last bucket? And did it feel even sweeter considering you had kind of a similar look on the other side in the regulation?
No, what I saw, I had a nice clear lane to the right side, and Baji kind of bodied me a little bit, which gave me an opportunity to counter that move by spinning off his body and finishing over DJ. So I definitely had to make up for blowing that layup at the end of regulation. I had a really good look. We set up a good play, and I just left it a little short.
He asked Darvin pregame, and he had said something like that he had trusted you guys, wasn't going to make a big thing about trap games and stuff like that, but end of a long road trip, just how tough of a game?
I mean, they're playing good basketball, man. At the end of the day, they still got pros out there, even though we're marketing out and, with JC out and obviously their rookie, Kelser, he's been playing really good basketball this year. But, they still got pros out there, and Taylor's been playing, exceptional basketball as of late. Kelly Olynyk is a very solid player, throughout his career, and he shows tonight again why he's that. And, the rest of those guys kind of stepped in. Obviously, Colin, before the injury and, getting back into his thing, he's always been one of those attack guards. So, he was pretty good for us. Good for them tonight, too. So, we felt like at the end of the day, we didn't want to come out and just predict what the game was going to be. You play the game as it's supposed to be played, and no matter if it's 48 minutes or 53 like tonight, you got to win it.
You talked, Mike, after the game, that your first thought, thinking ahead, was just get your feet in the ice. What's going to determine whether you can play or not tomorrow against the Clippers?
How my foot feels when I wake up. I step out of bed. That's been the most important since I've injured it, 5 weeks ago. That the next day after either rehab or training or treatment or whatever, it's always that when you step out of bed for the first time in the morning, how does it feel? Because that's going to dictate the rest of the day. So we'll see what happens in the morning.
After the Jazz rally from that 10-point deficit and forced overtime, you guys were able to come up with stops down the stretch. What does that say about kind of this group's progression and maturity late in the season that you're able to hang on in a game like this?
That's just been us lately. We've been one of the top teams defensively. And, no matter if you can make shots offensively, you got to be able to get stops down the stretch, especially when you're playing against teams that's been scoring. So we had to get stops, and we did that. I got to stay focused. I'm locked in, y'all.
Your starting backcourt, Dennis and Austin average, they combined 26 and 10. How important was that for what you guys did to get a touchdown?
I mean, it's important for our backcourt to be, complementary to one another, especially when you got D'Lo out. So, to have that backcourt production, them not turning the ball over, them getting shots at the rim, them, getting guys involved, it's important for them to stay focused and lock in on that. So, them two have been playing good basketball for us all year, and they continue to tonight.
LeBron, you said by the end of the road trip you were kind of looking to get off that 2-minute limit, or 38 minutes tonight, playing overtime. Do you feel like you're kind of fully back? Or?
Well, I was at 30 to 32 tonight, and obviously because of the overtime, I had to play 5 more. But I was right around where we kind of starting to bump up a little bit. But the extra 5 minutes definitely didn't help. But we needed to get a win. So. We'll see if we can continue that going forward. Not the overtime, but where I'm at as far as my minutes.
LeBron, a lot of the late fourth quarter and then overtime action, you and AD trying to figure out a way to get a good shot. There's the one possession where Austin just pulls up right after Olynyk hit the 3. How big is it to get a shot like that to kind of?
Well, we went to him. That was a set play. We went right to AR. On one of our set calls, and he was able to come off and hit a pull-up too. A big shot, needed that, and we trust AR to make plays. I mean, he's been doing it all year, so no second guessing that.
Thanks, Silver.
AD, first of all, it's a nice game. So obviously you have the 10-point lead. Utah makes a couple plays, they get the bank 3. You miss a bunny. LeBron misses one at the rim. What were your thoughts on that, and how did you guys have to kind of respond in overtime?
It's good to win. It's not going to always be pretty. It's not going to be perfect, but. The goal remains the same about getting wins, and it was able to get that tonight. It took an extra 5 minutes, but we got the job done.
It's a 4-game winning streak on this road trip. Technically, the Clipper game is a road game as well, but at least you get back to LA. What did you guys do with this trip to kind of put yourself in position to where you're looking to get to in the postseason?
Yeah, we control our own destiny. I think right now we bumped up to 6 tonight, so we're in the playoffs, but. Obviously, depending on what I think Golden State does. But we continue to win basketball games. We're not looking too many games ahead. We worry about tomorrow now. That's the Clippers. Take care of business, and then we'll go from there.
Darvin said you're going to wait till the morning to kind of get with the medical staff, get with you, and figure out your status, LeBron, D'Lo. Any just initial thoughts on how you're feeling at this point?
Yeah, like you said, tomorrow, obviously I haven't played in back-to-back in a long time. Then played like 42 minutes or something like that. So probably the most I played since I've been back. So, we all get on a phone call or something tomorrow and go from there.
Austin's recent run of play has been really crucial to your success as a team. What's kind of stood out that he's been able to take it to another level these last 8 games?
Yeah, he's doing everything we need him to do on both ends of the floor. A couple charges tonight, big shots, threes, everything. So he's been playing phenomenal for us, and we're going to continue to need that, the final 3 games that we have. But he's just dialed in right now. He's locked in what we're doing. He knows what we need from him. He's not scared to take big shots. He's not afraid of the moment, and it shows.
Will the standings play any impact on the decision tomorrow? Is it solely physical? Or
No. Yeah, it's all physical. The standings has nothing to do with it. It's all physical.
Yeah, Darvin said that, the next play mentality you guys showed in overtime, maybe earlier in the year, guys will still be thinking about the 10-point lead that you blew and you don't win the game. Did you see growth in that area in terms of as a group this year?
Yeah, he preached that all year. Has been preaching it all year. Next play mentality. We can't, think about the last play. I think it showed early when, get the jump ball. Kelly gets it, go gets an and one. So we come down. Next play, Brown come down, hit a 3. Tie it, and start getting stops. Brown's able to get to late, obviously, to win the game. But I think, like you said, late in the year, early in the year, we'll probably be thinking about, should have won this game in regulation, and be a little frustrated in overtime, and then starting overtime the way it was, be a little frustrated. So definitely growth in that department for sure.
Thanks, AD.
Yep.
Getting the win, which of course is objective number 1 for you, but what did you see down the stretch there, up 10, that 10-0 run for the game to OT?
I thought we kind of walked the ball up the floor. They were charging, obviously, making a run. And we got the ball, and we kind of were walking, and it's the end of a long road trip. Guys on the floor played a ton of minutes, so circumstances were definitely at play, but we found a way. But, when you're in that type of position where you're not playing with any pace and for credible reasons, the ball tends to not make it to the paint, and a couple of those shots and those possessions offensively, we didn't pierce the paint or penetrate the paint. Then when we did get one, 80 missed a shot. He makes a 99 out of 100 in his sleep. So that one time it rimmed out. But my hat's off to our guys, man. The way they competed on this trip. This was not an easy trip by any stretch of the imagination. And to finish it against a team like this, they were down a few key players, but Will and the staff, they've done a great job. And this is, again, a prideful group, and they came to play tonight. And, we talked about Taylor before the game, and he was on full display. Colin, even Damian knocking down threes, and KO is always tough. So they have a really good thing going here and what they're trying to build. We're very fortunate to get this W.
After Olynyk hits the 3 to put them up 3 later in overtime, Austin gets that pull-up jumper. How big was that, especially just with all the actions kind of focused on LeBron and AD and, trying to get shots with Utah pushing them out? No,
it's always good when you have multiple sources of offensive production, whether it's Dennis getting downhill, Austin doing what he's doing, and AD, and even Rui. Rui has great segments out there where he puts us on his back 4, 5, 7 possessions and get stuff done for us. But everybody's just chipping in and, moving the ball and everybody participating, not just with scoring, but just doing their part in terms of running to the correct spacing and playing with a purpose, screening with a purpose, cutting with a purpose, and just being ready to make a quick decision once the ball is swung to them.
How important has Austin's recent run of play been for your success as a team? He's averaged like 20.5 points over the last 8 games.
It's been great, man. He's been playmaking. He's been playmaking for sure. Not just, not only his scoring, but just him setting up his teammates, scrapping defensively, drawing charges. Just a blue-collar kid that loves the hoop. And, he's highly competitive. And it's been a huge boost for us here.